Following is a component of the Britannia World Music Project, a multicultural learning unit designed for curricular integration in grades 6 to 10.
Kudala kwakukho indoda nomfazi babenabantwana ababini, inkwenkwe kunye nentombazana, bebancinci engaka. Kwenzeka ngenye imini kwabakho uphango, abantu belambile.
February 1994 was Black History Month. For most students, this meant gaining an appreciation of Black history from the traditional resources of learning, books and videos. Thanks to a unique program called Imfundo, however, the students at Britannia Secondary learned about Black history from someone who actually lived through it, a man named Tembatana. Tembatana is an internationally recognized musician and composer. A Xhosa-speaking South African, he was born and raised under the oppressive system of apartheid. For he and his fellow countrymen, apartheid was more than an idea. It was a reality that governed all the details of their daily lives. The story of the Xhosa people, of their history and culture, and of how education has been a vital tool in their struggle against apartheid, is what he came to share at Britannia.
Excuse me, where is your passbook? You come to your back pocket and you give it to the police. If you don't have your passbook with you, I left my passbook at home. Oh, I'm sorry. Open up the police van. Have you seen the South African police trucks, police van? They have bars, and inside is metal chairs and one big spare tire.
The Imfundo program is part of Britannia's World Music Initiative. It was a comprehensive program of integrated studies which used the music of South Africa as an interdisciplinary theme.
One of the most important parts of the project was the fact that it integrated all of the subject areas at the grade 9 level, both the core academic subjects as well as the elective area. So it allowed the students around the concept of African music to work in an integrated way in all of their subject areas.
He worked with all the grade 9 social studies classes, and so we targeted grade 9s because we knew that all of them would be having this the experience with the unit on music of South Africa, rhythm of resistance in the context of imperialism and colonialism. And so we also wanted them to experience different elements of South African music and culture in other subject areas.
The main tribe, the big tribe in South Africa is called the Zulu tribe. And Zulu and Xhosa. And then of course there's Sotho, Pondo, Venda, so on. In Johannesburg, that's where we find the gold. In Kimberley, we find the diamonds. The laborers, the people come from the village, from the homelands, and they go and work in the gold mines in Johannesburg. Right? They take a train and they go to Johannesburg.
The central message Mr. Tanner brought to each class was similar. This is South Africa. This is our music. This is how we live. Within this context, however, each class explored a different aspect of the many facets of Black South African culture.
The boot dance is commonly used in the gold mines, and it's also used in the cities because it became a very popular dance. And that's the dance we're going to do, the rubber boot dance, the gum boot dance.
In gym, students learned some traditional, and not so traditional, Xhosa dances. In English as a second language, students learned about the Xhosa language itself, its structures and expressiveness, and compared it with their own languages.
Chibi. Ichibi. Ichibi. That's how we say it in English, right?
In drama, students looked at the traditions of South African storytelling and examined how they were both shaped and were shaped by the social and political context in which they took place.
And then, of course, the dialects that are found, and using all these dialects into a slang. Because of these oppressive laws have caused people to act their grievances in a theater fashion, and they would use dances and stamping. You know, frustration comes with movement, and stamping and singing. The more you sing, the less frustrated you become. The more you stamp your feet, the less you release tension. So a lot of that happens, as you've seen, when students demonstrate on the roads, which they call toi-toi, the stamping and the singing, and that elevates, you know, and releases the tension and creates a harmonious sort of energy towards a particular goal.
In woodworking, Mr. Tana outlined the history and development of traditional Xhosa musical instruments, and then helped the students over a period of weeks to construct their own.
Sizes these pieces, and then we hold the two skins together in this wooden cylinder inside. We put all these straps, we attach it, and then when it dries up, this all pulls together. This way, yeah. So we'll have a skin, wet skin over, and then we use string, straps of cowhide that will pull the two strings together. So we have it. We play both sides. Yeah.
At Britannia's Outreach Project, a special program for First Nations students, Mr. Tana shared traditions and experiences.
This relationship that I don't understand. How come? Because we're coming from so many different places. Not only that, politically we are the same. Apartheid was modeled from the native Indians here. The permits, the pass laws that native Indian people had here from colonization, we had the same.
The overarching theme of looking not just at the practices of daily life in South Africa, but at the context in which these activities took place was carried through in a wide variety of other areas as well. In this home economics class, for example, students didn't just get to prepare and sample staple South African dishes. They also learned about the cultural, geographic, and economic imperatives that made each a logical choice for South African families.
So you need a lot of good weather